Have you ever considered what Tolkien's Middle-earth can teach us about the spirit of Thanksgiving? I've been thinking about how the story of the Hobbit can really be a perfect reflection for us as we think about giving in our own lives. There's a specific scene in the original Hobbit film that teaches us to embrace a deeper level of gratitude and why Tolkien's writings and philosophy are more relevant than they've ever been. Welcome to Geeky Stoics, where we uncover the stories that can shape our lives. Let's dive in. So I recently rewatched The Hobbit, and something really occurred to me for the first time about this film as we're heading into Thanksgiving week here as I'm recording this. In the movie, Bilbo is asked by his dwarf companions, by Thorin Oakenshield, why he returned to rejoin their quest when he had an opportunity to flee and go home.
Look, I know you doubt me. I know you always have. And you're right, I often think of Bag End. I miss my books. And my armchair, my garden. See, that's where I belong. That's home. And that's why I came back, because you don't have one. A home. It was taken from you. But I will help you take it back if I can.
This, after all, is a dangerous adventure for everybody involved, and the quest that Bilbo has embarked on is to help these dwarves reclaim their mountain home from a dragon. And the dragon has for generations stolen these people's homes, their cultural heritage, and their sense of belonging in this world. And Bilbo's answer is absolutely perfect. He says, I know you doubt me. I know you always have, and you're right. I often think of Bag End. I miss my books, and my armchair, and my garden. See, that's where I belong. That's my home. And that's why I came back. Because you don't have one. A home. It was taken from you. But I will help you take it back if I can. See, Bilbo sees himself as fortunate and blessed. And rightfully so. Like, he is grateful for the life that he has in the Shire. And for that reason, he begins to see it as his duty to risk life and limb to help his new friends have a home of their own. Because that's the very thing that he values at the core of his being. Now, C.S. Lewis, of course, who wrote the Chronicles of Narnia, was a friend and colleague of J.R.R. Tolkien. And in his writings on Christianity and the practice of tithing, giving a part of your income to the church, he had this to say about determining the amount a person should give. Quote, I do not believe that one can settle for how much we ought to give. I'm afraid the only safe rule is to give more than we can spare. In other words, if our expenditure on comforts, luxuries, amusements, etc. is up to the standard common among those with the same income as our own, we are probably giving away too little. If our charities do not at all pinch or hamper us, I should say they are too small. There ought to be things we should like to do and cannot do because our charitable expenditure excludes them. Put simply, giving should sting a little bit. It should be uncomfortable. Lewis says there ought to be things we should like to do and cannot because of our giving. This is sacrifice. And Bilbo sacrificed greatly in The Hobbit on his quest beyond the Shire. And it was hard. And he found the strength to do it, to do the hard things, because he was grateful. Because he not only appreciated the things that he was given as a result of his station in life, but he knew that he had the opportunity to give that to someone else. Now, at Geeky Stoics, we are grateful for you, whether you're listening to this on a podcast or watching the YouTube video or subscribed or reading the newsletter on Substack. What we do here brings so much richness to our lives, and it's been such a blessing. I love the reading, researching, collaborating with Stephen, writing newsletter entries for you guys. It's an absolute joy. So thank you for watching this, listening to this. And we actually, if you head to geekystoics.com, we're going to be actually just mailing away gifts this holiday season. So in the spirit of Bilbo's generosity and sacrifice, I would be I would be remiss if I didn't say how grateful I am, and Stephen and I are, for those of you who've become a part of the Geeky Stoics community. Right as we've just rebranded, we've put so much effort into the YouTube channel, the newsletter, the podcast here, however you're consuming our content. Thank you so much. So this holiday season, Stephen had this idea, is really brilliant. We're going to start giving away. We'd like to mail some gifts to you guys this holiday season. No strings attached. Just head to geekystoics.com. You'll find the most recent entry in the newsletter. There will be a link right there where you can fill out a form and expect a gift from Stephen Kent and myself, Riley Blanton, this holiday season, just as a thank you for supporting us as we get Geeky Stoics off the ground. Until next time, I'll return to my favorite franchise and say, may the Force be with you.